Hey guys, welcome to another short morning yoga stretch with Arrivé Yoga. As this is still a full body morning yoga stretch, we are in the series of our journey to handstands. So today we're going to be focusing on upper body strengthening and opening up. But don't worry, we're not going to forget about the rest of the body. This is still a full body morning yoga stretch. So go ahead and get a comfortable spot. Get ready to press that little pause button, and I'll see you soon. So coming onto the toes, as you come forward a little bit, try to push the heels towards the back so it kind of creates a nice stretch on the toes, and then bending forward. And then bring the fingertips down. Try to roll the shoulders down and back so you're bringing the chest forward. Spine is nice and straight. Try to keep the knees so they don't come out to the sides, but rather stay into center. And then just taking a couple breaths here. Exhaling out. And then just start to slowly drop the knees down while you keep the core engaged. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. And we're just swinging a bit here. This is really to activate a deep stretch in the feet. If it feels better to put the palms down, well, yeah, you've already got that going. Deep breath here. And then on the next exhale, as you reach back, allow the knees to go flare out to the sides. So wide open knees here. The heels are touching. And then just start to swing from side to side a little bit here. Keeping the chest as center. We're just creating a little bit of mobility in the hips and the lower back. And at the very least, that stretch as you twist continues up the spine all the way up to the shoulder and the neck. Keeping the spine straight, shoulders are still activating, rolling down and back. Chest is forward. Coming back to center with your knees, drop the knees to the ground and then bring the hands forward. Go ahead and release the feet here, squeeze, release the toes. Point and flex the feet, rotating the ankles, getting a nice deep stretch there. And then bring the big toes to touch onto the ground, knees mat width apart. Release the hips all the way back. Walk fingertips to the top of your mat. Full stretch in the shoulders here. Deep breath in. And then exhale, roll the chest down first, and then the forehead to the ground. Let the body gradually become heavier and heavier. Try to let the hips become heavy, almost touching the heels if you can. And once you've been able to kind of surrender to this position and release the weight of your body, feel free to start rolling the head from side to side, getting a nice massage on the forehead. Inviting a deeper stretch in the shoulders. Relaxing the jaw and all the muscles in the face. Deep breaths here. And on the next inhale, look up and slowly start to rise up. Keep the knees mat width apart. And we're going to bring the left hand down to the ground. And with your right hand, physically touch your left arm as you scroll all the way back up. Arms to the sky. Deep breath in here. And then exhale, swing that right arm underneath the left and come to relax onto your right shoulder and the right cheek onto the ground here. Now, depending on how deep you want your twist, either keeping the left hand on the ground, pushing away so that your left shoulder rises up towards the sky, or you can even wrap your left arm all the way towards the back and over to the right, grabbing the inner right thigh. Now your hips, most likely the left hip started moving forward and the right hip to the to the left. See if you can square your hips back off by pushing the left hip back and the right hip over towards the right. Relaxing the weight of the body here. Relax the shoulders, the neck, all the muscles in your face. And then wherever your left arm was, go ahead, bring it back to center. Walk it all the way up to the top of your mat. And then bring your forehead to center, your chest to center, and release further down. So deeper stretch in that right shoulder now. And a little bit of a stretch in the inner left arm, inner left shoulder. Deep, relaxing breaths here. Plant your left hand into the ground using the strength of your left arm and your core. Slowly rise back up to center. Couple rounds of circles with that right arm. Really feel it out here. Feeling out every part of that shoulder. Maybe even opening up your chest towards the right side and the sky to deepen that little stretch in the back. And bring it back to center and prepare yourself for the other side. Right hand down to the ground. Left arm follows that right arm up. Deep breath in here. Should feel a nice little stretch in that inner right hip as well in this position. And then exhale, left arm underneath the right. And creating a little twist. Whatever you did on the other side, see if you can invite the same thing on this side. Pushing that right hip back, left hip a bit more to the left side. Relaxing the weight of the body. And then right arm reaches up over to the top of your mat. Square off the shoulders here, forehead to the ground. Deep breaths. Plant your right hand into the ground, using the strength, rise back up, right arm back to center, and then again, full circles here with that left arm. Try to reach it as far as you can. Bring it back down, bring yourself onto all fours, tabletop position. And then we're going to push that right leg back and then just swinging forward and backwards, getting a deep stretch in that right foot, right leg. Softly engaging the navel into the spine. So we're just waking up the core here. We're not doing a full workout and strengthening everything. Just invite. All right, and then lifting that right leg so it's hip height. And then bring it all the way over to the left side of your mat, coming onto the outer edge of that right foot. And then leaning the hips down towards the right and bring your gaze to look at that foot on the back left corner of your mat. Couple deep breaths here. Nice side body stretch. Inhale, bring the torso back to center and then just slide that right leg all the way continuing over towards the right side, so it's the horizontal level to your hip. And then just move around here, bringing the hips back and forward, dropping and lifting your tailbone so that you get different areas in the leg that you need today with your particular body. And then slide it back, slide the right leg back to center. Left leg reaches back and we're pushing onto that left heel, je veux dire. Relaxing all the muscles in the face and the neck. And then lifting that left leg hip height. And then bring it over towards the left, coming onto the outer edge, and leaning over. Deep, relaxing breaths here. Inhale, torso back to center. Slide your left foot over towards the left. Pushing onto the outer edge of that left foot. And just like we did earlier, swinging forward and back. And see if you can also take this moment to notice if there's any differences in the sides. Normally we have completely different experiences on each side. So without judging it or feeling you need to do anything about it, just pay attention. Coming back to center, sliding that left leg back. Curl all the toes under both feet, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. Rotating the legs here, little freestyle, whatever you need today. Getting into the legs, the back, the shoulders, the head. And then a few wave-like motions here. So inhaling into spine, wave-like into your spine, inhaling into plank. Exhaling back, inhaling forward. So do this for 5 rounds and really try to make every single round deeper and more like a wave than the last one. Find the breath to guide the movement. Final one. Exhale into plank. Inhale here. And then exhale, bringing that right knee behind the right wrist for a pigeon pose. Deep breaths here. Maybe moving the hips a little bit from side to side, just noticing where the tension needs a bit release. And you're going to plant the right hand into the ground, lift that left arm up towards the sky, and then twist it, just like we did in the beginning of class, underneath. So this is a deep hip stretch and a little shoulder stretch with a nice little twist. Right arm reaches up and back if you want. Or you can simply keep your right arm to the top of your mat. Gradually releasing the body. Plant the right hand down, slowly lifting yourself back up to center. Take a moment here, extending the spine, twisting over to the right, bending that back leg, and then opening up. Slowly release that back foot. Leaning onto that right hip, swing that left leg forward. Right foot is in the inner left thigh. Inhale, reaching up, twist slightly over towards that left leg, and then release it down. Try to allow this to be a passive stretch, so just release the weight of the body. The spine might round out. There's no pushing or pulling here, just simply surrender to gravity. Let the head fall and be heavy. Inhale, slowly bring yourself back to center. Bring your right hand behind you and then left arm reaches up, hips reach up, pushing away, opening up the front body. And then exhale, leaning back to center, cross the legs, bring yourself back into a downward facing dog, stretching the legs. And when you're ready, bending that left knee, bringing it behind the left wrist. Opening up here. Left hand down to center, right arm reaches up. And then twist right arm underneath. One more deep breath here. And then go ahead, slowly rise back up, leaning onto that left hip, swinging that right leg forward. Deep breath in here. Arms to the sky, twist to the right. Exhale, straight back first. Couple breaths here. And then exhale into a passive release forward, allowing the head to become heavy. Try to remember that at the beginning of class we press that little pause button to see if you can stay in that pause, that in-between, that absolute presence of the right here and right now. Simply observing the breath, observing the sensation in the body as you stretch and release. And just simply appreciating this time that you're taking for yourself. One more breath here. And slowly rise back up, Left arm down and back, right arm swings and open up. Pushing the hips forward, pushing the chest open. Exhale, release, and bring yourself onto your back. Hugging the knees into the chest. Maybe pushing the ceiling away. Just creating any stretch you need. For me, I think I really need to do a happy baby pose here. So create whatever stretch you need. Let it come fluid and naturally, and use your breath to go deeper into whatever stretch you have chosen. And if you're doing something that requires two sides, go ahead and switch to take it to the other side. Three more slow, deep breaths wherever you are. And on your final breath, go ahead and bring yourself laying straight onto your back, arms above the head, and just do one of those typical morning stretches here, where you reach your feet down towards the mat and your hands up, maybe bending the knees here, moving side to side, just creating that full body stretch. And then bend the knees, rolling onto your side. Slowly bringing yourself back up into a seated position. Closing the eyes, taking a final moment for yourself here. Hands to chest. And thanking and appreciating this moment you've taken for yourself today. Namaste.
Thank you so much for practicing with us today. If you enjoyed today's class and want to join our live online yoga journeys, please feel free to get in touch and we'll be happy to welcome you. Have a great day and we'll see you soon.